Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a full body class using the band. If you guys are participating in this 21-day challenge, I want to say congratulations on making it this far. Let's get started. So we're going to start sitting upright. Legs are going to be stretched and you can have the feet flexed. We're going to take our band and just place it in between our hands, pressing on the outer palms like this. And I'm using my light band. I recommend going light to medium for today's workout. So let's go ahead and start off. Take the arms out long and you're going to relax the shoulders down and back away from your ears. So you want to roll them down and back, sit up nice and tall to prepare, anchor your thighs down into your mat, take a breath in. As we exhale, we're just going to start to round back, keep pressing your legs down into the mat, draw your belly in, shoulders down and back. And then take another breath in. At the bottom, we're going to come back up to seated. You can lengthen the spine, reach the arms up overhead. Let's do that again. Start to round the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Draw your belly in. Take another breath in at the bottom. Round back up to seated. We're going to do one more like that. Keep pressing the thighs down into the mat. Round it back. And then we're going to come all the way back up to seated. Let's add on to it a little bit. So we're going to take the arms, reach them forward, round it back. We're going to keep those arms at chest height. And then from here, I want you to point your toes away. You're going to lift the right leg, place it down. Keep drawing your belly in, lift the left, lower. So we exhale to lift, inhale to lower. We're going to be here for 6 more. Last 5. Keep pulling that belly in. 4. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Go ahead and take yourself all the way up to seated. And then from here, we're going to just take a forward fold down towards our toes. Make sure you have enough space behind you. And then from here, we're going to restack the spine, but still holding that C curve of the spine. And then we're going to continue to round all the way down and back till you reach the mat. You can take your arms up and back for a long stretch. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and come back to position. So I have a little bit more space behind me on my mat. I'm going to bend my knees and I'm going to take the band and I'm first going to place it on my right shin. So just like this. And then from here, I want to float both legs up into tabletop. So place that band right on the right shin. And then I'm just going to bring my hand behind my head. And from here, I want you to press into the band slightly, but without changing up your tabletop position. So you're kind of having to fight with the band with your shin to keep this tabletop position. When you do that, you're going to feel the core start to engage. From here, we're going to take a breath in. As we exhale, we're going to curl right up through center. Keep pressing into your band. Perfect. Curl up. Lower down. Let's do 3 more like that. Try not to rely so heavily on your head pressing into your hand and use the abs to curl up for your last 2. Last 1. Nice. You can relax it down. Take a little pause here in between. We're going to stick with the band here at your right shin. Bring the legs back into tabletop. Let's add a leg extension. So we're going to be extending the left leg. So we're going to curl up through center, pressing down into your band. Stretch the left leg as you curl up. And then lower down. Relax here. Curl up. Press into your band to stretch your left leg. And lower down. Nice. 6 more. Try to maintain that tabletop as you press into your band for your last 4. 3 more. Last 2. On the next one, we're going to curl up and hold it, pulse into your band. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the pressure on the band. We're going to lower and lift the leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. and then we'll relax all the way down. You can bring that band up to your thigh position. And then we're going to change up our grip. You're going to grip your right hand around the band a little bit tighter. And then we're going to float the legs up into tabletop again. This time we're going to take that right elbow out wide. And you can bring that hand right behind the head again. We're going to curl up, keep the thighs in position. And then from here, we're just going to lower the head and chest down. You want to have a little pressure on the band. So pulling it away with that wide elbow. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Good. Relax all the way down. You can take a little pause in between. We're going to add in that single leg stretch. So come up to center. And then from here, we're going to curl up, stretch that left leg, lower down. Curl up, stretch that left leg, lower down. Good. 3 more. Last 2. On the next one, we're going to curl up, stretch that left leg, but we're going to take the left elbow towards the right knee. Hold it here. We're going to pull this in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that pull. Let's lower and lift the left leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then relax all the way down. Take the band off. And we're going to switch it over to the other side. Same thing on the other side now. We'll start with the band on the shin, and we're going to just bring the legs into tabletop. Interlace that hand behind the head. Let's do the same on the other side. So we're going to curl up, pressing down into the band, and lower down. Good. Just 4 here. Last 3. 2 more. Keep pressing into your band. Last 1. We can relax down here, take a breath. And then we'll come back up to center. We're going to add that leg extension. So we're going to curl up, stretch the right leg, lower down. Curl up, stretch the right leg, lower down. Curl it up and stretch. Last 3. 2 more. On the next one, curl it up, hold that stretch. Let's pulse into that band. 3, 2, 1. Hold it down, lower and lift. 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Bring it in. Take that band up to the thigh. We're going to grip onto it with the left hand over top grip. And then we'll bring both legs into tabletop. Give that band a little bit of a pull. Bring that right hand behind the head. We're going to curl the head, neck, and chest up. Perfect. Just for 3. 2 more. Last 1. And then we'll relax here where we'll add in that stretch of the leg. So let's go ahead and curl the head and chest up. Stretch the right leg. Lower down. Curl up and stretch. Curl up and stretch. 1 more. Curl up and stretch. Hold it here. Take that right elbow over to the left knee. Pull it in and extend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull and hold it. Let's lower and lift the leg. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Bring it in. Take it all the way down. Relax here as we bring the band up to the thighs. And then just place the feet down on the floor. Give yourself a little twist of your spine, left and right. And then we'll go ahead and go into some bridging here. And so for bridging, just let the feet rest into the floor. Arms are going to relax into your mat. And you want to have that band right at the thighs, a little bit above the hip and below the knees, so not too far up towards the backs of the knees. Let's just start off with some hinge bridging. So take a breath in, and we're just going to lift the hips up to the ceiling with a little bit of pressure out against your band. Lift your hips and lower. Perfect. 5. Exhale, lift. 4. Pulling those ribs in. 3. Last 2. On 1, let's lift the hips up. We're going to pulse it up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower the hips down. Take a pause here. You can release some of that tension off the band. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders and neck, and then we're going to go right back into it. Lift the hips up to your bridge, hold your high bridge, and we're going to press out against the band. Bring it together. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Lower your hips. Take a pause here. And now you have an option here. If you want to add the progression, you can reach the arms up to the ceiling, or you can keep the arms down into the mat. So your choice. Reaching up to the ceiling adds a little bit more of a core challenge to that. So let's come up into our high bridge. Hold it. We're going to go into some marching. So we're going to take that right knee up, place it back down, left and down. Try to keep the hips lifted, even though you're lifting one foot off of the floor. Nice. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower your hips down. Take a pause here. We're going to stay in our bridging, and we're just going to advance it a little bit. So we're going to take the heels off the floor. So now you're up on your toes. So we're going to be bridging onto the toes. So to do that, we're just going to lift the hips up. You should already be up on your toes when you lift. Open and close the band for 1. Lower your hips. Lift, open and close, lower. Lift, open and close, lower. Lift, open and close, lower. Good. 2 more. Lift, open. Last one. Lift. We're going to hold it. Pulse it out. Up on your toes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lower your hips all the way down. Give yourself a little stretch. You can take both legs up to the ceiling. Point and flex your toes to release those hamstrings a little bit. We'll take the band off of the thighs. Give ourselves a nice long stretch, reaching the arms away from the toes. Point and flex. We're going to take a breath in. I'm just going to use our momentum to come all the way up and over into a roll up. Restack the spine. Come up to seated. And then we're going to switch around. First, we'll place the band on the thighs again. And we're just going to turn around. And we're going to come to our 4-point kneeling position. So find that comfortable position. And then from here, we're just going to place the palms down onto the floor. Knees are going to be separated hips distance apart. And then from here, we're just going to do some taps of the knees. So take a breath in, draw your belly up and in. So you can see I was relaxed. I'm drawing the belly up and in. And then I'm just going to lift the knees and lower for 4. And 3. Last 2. On the next, I'm going to lift, hold it, draw my belly in, open and close. Open and close for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Lower your knees down. Take a breath. If you want, in between, you can sit back on your heels. Give your wrists a little bit of a break. And then we're going to come back into center, where we're going to pause here, lift the knees to hover. We're going to step the right foot back and then the left. So in between, we're going to come up to a pike, forward into your plank, step out right, step out left, up, forward, step out right, step out left. Good. Up, forward, step out right, and left. 2 more. Up, forward, step out right, step out left. Last one. Right and left. Perfect. Lower your knees down. Take a little seat back into your heels. Give yourself a nice stretch. And then we're going to come back into center. One more exercise here in our plank series. So we're going to come up, step the right foot back, and then the left. Step the right forward, and then the left. Back and back. Forward and forward. Good. Back and back. Forward and forward. Last one. Forward and forward. Lower the knees down. Send your hips back for a nice stretch. And then from here, we're going to come back into center. I want you to take your left forearm down onto the mat, and your right is going to extend. We're going to take this right leg back first. You can have your left foot, the top of the foot, resting into the mat. We're going to start off with just a lower and lift. So point your toe, lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. Draw your belly in. Last 4. We've got 3. 2 more. Last one. Pause here. We're going to bend that knee. And we're going to go into some donkey kicks. So we're going to kick that heel up to the ceiling. Draw it back down. Kick the heel up. Draw it back down. Keep your belly pulled up nice and high. Ribs are closed. Perfect. Last 4. Last 3. Pressing out of the rib, out of the shoulder blades for your last 2. Last 1. Good. Relax the knee down. We're going to take that right leg and stretch it back. Pause here. You're going to lift it up to the ceiling. Tap it over to the opposite corner of your mat. Bring it back. Tap it over to the opposite corner. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Good. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Draw your belly in. 3 more. Last 2. 1 more. Lift and tap. Perfect. Bring that knee in. Send your hips back. Give yourself a nice long stretch through the center. And then we're going to come back and do that on the other side. So take your right forearm down. Press out of the shoulder blades. So we don't want to be collapsing the shoulder blades. We want to press out of them. Stretch the left leg back. Let's start with our lower and lift. Lift and lower. Nice long leg. Lift. Squeeze the glute and lower. 6 more. Draw your belly in. Last 4. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Go ahead and bring that in. Bend the knee. We're going to flex the foot so we can stamp the heel up to the ceiling. Drawing your belly in, we lift. Good. 6 more. Last 5. 4. 3. 2 more. Last 1. Good. Relax it down. We're going to stretch that leg back and we're going to go into those taps. We're going to lift, take it over to the opposite corner, lift, opposite corner, lift, opposite corner, lift, opposite corner. Good. Squeeze your glute to lift. 4 more. Last 3. We've got 2 more. Keep pressing through the shoulder blades. Last 1. Bring that knee in. We're going to stretch the hips back. Give ourselves a nice long stretch. Coming back to the center, I'm going to bring that band down onto my onto your ankles. And then we're just going to relax all the way down, nice and flat. And then from here, we're just going to take a breath in, relax your head onto the mat to prepare. Bring your elbows in towards the ribs, nice and close to the body. Take a breath in to prepare. We're going to expand the band a little bit, so separate the feet. So activate the outer glutes so your band has a little bit of tension in it. Take a breath in. We're going to exhale, lift it all up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Good. 2 more. Last one. Hold it here. Press out against your band. Really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Reach the fingertips away. Draw the elbows in. Reach them away. Draw them in. Reach away. Draw them in. Last 3. 2 more. Last one. Relax all the way down. Give yourself a little stretch. And then we'll take a breath in. We're going to exhale, relax the legs, lift up into our spine extension. We're just going to relax the shoulders down and back from the ears. If you can't come all the way up to there, you can just come onto your forearms. We're not overextending the spine. This is still a really good extension of your spine here. So you don't have to lift all the way up into that full extension. And then let's go ahead and lower down. Tuck the toes under. We're going to send the hips back into that child's pose. And then we're going to come up to seated. We'll go ahead and take our band off and then place it to the side for a moment. And then let's just sit crisscross facing forward. Finish up with some final stretches here. So take a breath in. Exhale it out. Kind of slow down the heart rate a little bit. And then let's take a breath in. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Grab onto your left wrist. Take a little bend over to the right. And then we'll switch. Take a bend over to the left. And then I'll take my arms out to a T, or behind the head is fine. And you're just going to take a little rotation to the left, pulling those abs in. Come back to the center. Take a little rotation to the right. Perfect. And then we're going to take another inhale to reach up overhead. Extend the spine back and forward. And then we'll close out to our hips, where you guys will be all done with today's band workout. Thank you so much for coming and doing this workout with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you are enjoying the 21-day challenge so far. I'm definitely enjoying doing it with you and creating these workouts. Please share, like, and subscribe if you're new, and I look forward to seeing you in the next workout. Bye.